What's good, guys? About to hit the road for the first time in denim since doing the 6-inch lift install, and I'm going to bring y'all along for an initial impression on the ride quality. So let's go ahead, hop in, warm this thing up, and hit the road. Even though it's absolutely freezing in here still, I know I'm not the only one that simply cannot ride with a freaking jacket on. It drives me nuts. I just can't do it. So that's got to go. Let's buckle up. You can see my breath in here. I'd love for us to get out here today. It starts snowing and be able to have some fun in denim. That would be a ton of fun. I brought my tripod just in case. But here we are, very first drive on the street. I know we do have a little exhaust leak going on because we, had to chop it and do the whole flex pipe thing, and it didn't work out perfectly because I had to bend it really far to get around that drive shaft. But we're gonna go get the exhaust finished up or redone, that part and the rest of it, to where this thing actually sounds good very, very soon. Yeah, it's pulling to the right pretty good, but not crazy. I'm not having to like muscle it or anything. But we gotta get this thing aligned this morning before work, so I'll go ahead and catch up with y'all once we get there. Boys, we paid up. Let's go see how she drives now. Shout out to everybody that remembers the single cab step side 11th gen F1 that my father-in-law bought. We did some videos on. That one looks freaking good in white. But dude, it feels good driving denim. We got a straight steering wheel. We not chewing our graps up. We ready for some new wheels and tires, which is going to be the following video to this, which I am stoked for, because I do love this thing on the 20s and the graps. But dude, this Nest setup, it's gonna be crazy. Of course, we had to pick up some Monsters for the week. Boys, I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting a little nervous. Do these trucks have low fuel lights? I remember the guy saying the gas gauge was pretty accurate, but I don't know why he would say that unless it wasn't accurate. Well, thankfully, we successfully made it to the gas station. Did not get stranded on the side of the road like we did in Betty that one time. Let's see how much it takes to fill this thing up, as well as let's see how much it squats. So if I have my fingers stretched all the way across so I can touch tire and fender, I'm betting she sits down, because it was looking a little butt high at the alignment shop. I ain't gonna lie. Hopefully that front end didn't settle too much for the first time driving it, because then we want to crank our keys back up, but we can't because we just paid 160 bucks to get it aligned. Yeah, hopefully it's just because it's freaking totally out of gas. We'll see. All right, 74 bucks, 27 gallons. She sat down a little bit, not like I was thinking. We'll have to see. Odd tank size. I'm guessing 28 gallon. Gosh, dog, I'm talking about that mug full right there. Whew. Day number 2, driving denim to work. So now that I've got some good miles on it, I feel like I have a really good understanding of how obviously it currently drives, but how it's going to drive in the future. So now we want to get to what you probably clicked on the video for. Should you put a 6-inch rough country lift kit on your truck, or are you going to regret it because it's now going to ride like absolute garbage? Everything is worn out. It's going to feel like it's clunking down the road, and all the different negative things that you see online. Well, I'm here to clear it up, because Rough Country does not pay me $1 to sell any kind of product to y'all. I'm just giving my genuine experience, because honestly, I have ran a bunch of Rough Country lift kits or leveling kits or just different components on a lot of different vehicles, And I've never had any issues whatsoever. I've never had any issues. So I feel like the bad name Rough Country gets is from people that install things incorrectly or max them out. 2, they buy a vehicle that has a Rough Country lift kit or leveling kit or whatever the case on it, but it's been on there for 100,000 miles and no one's taking care of it, and it's absolutely clapped out, and then they blame it on that brand because that makes sense. How does this specifically ride? Well, up here is a really, really brutal bridge, and we're just gonna get up to speed and we're just gonna freaking ramp it, and you tell me, does it look like it's harsh in here? We're gonna be running about 45 when we hit this, and it's a bad bridge. I would grit my teeth if we were in Shorty going across this for sure. Now, I don't know how I look like on camera, but it didn't get me upset. The truck wasn't upset. It felt totally fine. Now, this is stocks and 35, so that definitely helps absorb. But dude, I'm telling you, you're not gonna be upset with this lift kit. This truck rides literally just like it did before, just factory keys cranked up a little bit. It's not as smooth as when it was stock. When I got this thing, it was totally stock, keys turned way down. That was like Cadillac floating on a cloud smooth. It's not that smooth, but it is just as smooth as it was when I cranked the keys up. So it's just a little stiffer. Just based off price alone, this is $1,000. You have the tools, you do it yourself. Then you got to get alignment, depending on your area. We'll say between 100 and 200 bucks. So you're $1,200 into a complete 6-inch lift kit that opens up the world of possibilities for wheels and tires over just being leveled. As well as you're gonna have amazing angles if you don't crank it up real high. Your Rough Country shocks could be upgraded, which you don't have to do. It comes with shocks, but if you wanted to gain a little bit better ride quality, a little better rebound, spend another $200 to $400 to get you some Bilstein shocks on this lift kit, and then you're dialed in, dude. What more could you ask for? Just because your kit is expensive doesn't mean that it directly translates to, that's a freaking sick little single cab, ride quality. It might just be appearance wise. You could be paying a lot more money just for that extra look, which to me on the Duramax was worth paying. But here on this, man, I could not justify spending more money for a lift kit than what I bought this for. There's no shot. So on most older stuff, whether it be this generation, the next, or the next, $1,000 you can usually justify if you're wanting to really lift your truck. On something like this, where I'm not wanting to spend a bunch of money, I'm going Rough Country 9 times out of 10. No questions asked. We've been eating up the back roads. We're on this big highway now. I mean, I'll let go of the steering wheel. The road's turning, but I mean, I'm not fighting it all over, and I got a bunch of slop. It's nice and tight. We're cruising straight. It's smooth. I mean, we're not running real fast. If I'm being totally honest, we're running like 55 right now. Maybe a little more because my speedometer is definitely probably. We're running about 60 right now. Okay. This ride's as good as any other vehicle I have. This ride's as good as Chomper. As good as the Duramax. Better than Duramax, probably. Good as Betty. As good as Shorty, better than Shorty. I don't know, they all just ride pretty much the exact same, dude. It doesn't matter. When you're going aftermarket, it's not gonna be buttery, cushiony Cadillac floating on a cloud, but it's not rough, it's not harsh, it's not bad, it's comfortable. I have 0 complaints with daily driving this thing whatsoever. 0 complaints. So, anyways, that's it. That's all. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment down below, let me know what your experience has been with Rough Country lift kits, good or bad. But if it's bad, get detailed with it. Let me know what actually happened that you didn't like. And you can't blame it, oh, my ball joints went bad, but yeah, I had the keys totally freaking maxed out. No, that doesn't count. That's your fault. Let me know. Well, apparently we're getting some pretty bad storms tomorrow night, and since we've acquired a ridiculous amount of vehicles here on this channel, I've got to make room for the drivable ones to get out from the weather. So Papa's truck, it's going. If something's going to go bad, let's at least catch it on camera, right? This is not a great idea. Okay, it's locked, so we're going to pull it that way. are officially tucked in, prepared for the storm. Not so much little Red over there, but she'd be all right. Got Clifford over there hogging the big space. Denim. Larry snuck in here pretty good. Definitely could have squeezed him in a little bit more. Thinking about changing it. Was worried about backing Larry up all the way to the fence because I don't want the horses nibbling on it, but to be honest, they could reach it right here anyways. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be all right. I just didn't want them to be out in the weather, potentially getting hailed on or limbs falling on it. And aside from the booty of Denim, we're all clear. All right, guys, well, that's gonna be about it for this first review of the 6-inch rough country lift on Denim. I'm trying to get out of the wind. Holy crap, it's blowing like crazy, but yeah, dude, looks good, rides good, cost efficient. What more can you ask for? I love it.